Hey guys, it's Daisy and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been 2 weeks exactly since my last uploaded video, but I just want to say thank you for all the support on that video. I had a lot of fun filming it and I love showing you guys my bag collection even though it was so simple. But I do want to show you a new addition that I ordered right after that video. So this is a Fashion Nova bag that I bought because I was looking for a brown jacket and then I needed about $5 for free shipping, and they had more than 50% off of most of their items, and this bag was around $30 and I got it for $11, and best believe I got it and I got free shipping. What I really loved about this bag is the pockets. You have this right here and then this big pocket. This is just a fake zipper. You have a pocket on the outside, and then inside you have two slits of pockets, and then you have an inner zipper. Also, you have this on the side, and I just love how it looks. I love the style. It's currently my everyday bag and I have no plan to switch out my bag because I will use this until it's on this last leg, and if it's on its last leg I'm gonna go repurchase again. I'm gonna show you how the bag looks on me. It's really big. When I first got it, I'm like, damn, this is really huge, but it's the most perfect medium bag. The quality is amazing, and especially if you find it on a really good deal like I did. I mean, even on its original price, $30 is pretty good for the quality of the bag, and I've thrown this everywhere. When I've been in the city with it, I've kind of just thrown in my car like this, so it's really good quality. The bag does come with another set of straps where you could put it crossbody, but I took them off because I was looking for more over the shoulder type bag. I'm not gonna tell you to not spend your money. Spend your money wisely, be responsible, but if you're looking for a everyday bag in this type of style, I recommend. Anywho, the reason why I was not uploading for these past 2 weeks is because I got sick. Right after I uploaded that video of my bag collection and what's in my bag, I went out with some friends for St. Patrick's. It was my first time going to the festivities of it. And I got the St. Patty's flu virus, whatever it was. So I was struggling for 2 weeks, and I hate being sick, but you know, I'm better, I'm healthy, I'm good, I recovered. It was probably a cold, so I definitely think the change of temperature and just being around that amount of people, my immunity system just failed on me completely. But I am back. That's why I'm recording this video. I really have fun being in front of the camera and just showing you guys just my life and what I do. But this video, besides showing you the bag, I want to do a little get ready with me, and then I also want to show you new books that I bought, books that I'm currently reading, and books that I want to read but are on hold, and talk about my book club because I'm really excited about the book, our second book that we're currently reading, which is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Right now we kind of put it on a hold because my friends are graduating and they're freaking overwhelmed, and I was like, okay, it's fine guys, like don't worry about it, just focus on graduating, you know, give it your all. But I really want you guys to join, follow the Instagram, and read alongside us and create different discussions about the different books that we will be reading every month. So if you haven't gotten ready yet, come get ready with me. So I'm just gonna put these clips and I'm just gonna show you my daily makeup. As you can tell, my skin is bare, and I've been debating on putting makeup today because my hormones are not treating me well, and I've been getting really bad breakouts in this area. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, it's a very natural thing, it's not bad, but this morning, this spot, you see it? Yeah, it's pretty irritating. You have like here on my nose, it's only like this area, and I don't understand, and it's pissing me off. I'm running out of primer, and I usually use this Milani No Pore Zone primer, mattifying primer. As you can tell, I have two, and I've been squeezing the life out of them. What I do usually if I don't have primer is I use my setting spray. And I really love this all-nighter one. It was recommended to me by a friend, by Urban Decay. I love it, and I just spray it as a base and I just let it dry. It's been 2 weeks since I've been sick, and so I just been home locked up, so I just want to feel normal. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's 60 degrees, the birds are chirping. I might just go outside and breathe some fresh air because I've been in my room for months now. Like I need to go out. I mean, the only place I've been to was work, and it's kind of getting to me now. Like I'm feeling the depression kicking in, the anxiety. I'm starting to get too into my own head about life and career, and I'm freaking myself out. Like last night I didn't sleep until 3 a.m. because I was making myself go into a crisis. I go in with the Rare Beauty concealer in 210N. Rare Beauty is one of the best makeup brands I have ever tried. When I was younger, I was so insecure of my acne, and honestly the Kylie lip kit was coming out, and I was focusing on very heavy makeup like contour and all of this. So my makeup has elevated. It's been upgraded so much because I kind of use makeup as to hide my insecurities, and now I just kind of use it to make myself, not make myself. I kind of use makeup now for my own pleasure, if that makes sense. I don't use too much concealer. I only cover what is needed to be covered, and I just let my rest of my skin be natural. And I do go over my skin with powder, even on the natural areas. While I wait for the concealer to dry, I go in with my eyelash curler and I curl my lashes. I do have the Rare Beauty mascara, but I don't use it a lot unless I'm going out. My eyelashes are really straight. Unfortunately, I'm not genetically blessed. For some reason, all those good traits go to our brothers. I haven't heard a boy or a person that has a brother that doesn't have good eyelashes. You can debunk me down in the comments, but my brother is blessed with beautiful eyelashes and thick eyebrows. And then now, I go in with the Rare Beauty foundation brush, in which I use for both the highlighter and the concealer. And I just go in and I pat the product in place. Pat my nose with the excess. I go with the rest under my eye. You can kind of tell those, you can still see it, but it's whatever. Because when I go in with powder, you can't really tell. I mean, my acne is a bump, so you're going to see it regardless. And I don't care. I don't care. As long as it covers up the redness and the intensity of it, it did its job. I'm just gonna go in with one more dot up here to see if I can keep covering it slightly, and then I'm just gonna pat it a little. Can you see? There you go. I pat it like that. Going with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in 2 medium. This is the best powder. Expensive, but the best investment ever. It makes my skin look so flawless and so smooth, and it's such a like the medium is the perfect color for my skin tone. It's amazing, and it looks so amazing with the formula of the Rare Beauty. I love it. I go in with this big brush. I'm probably using the wrong brushes for the wrong things, but I don't care because it works for me. My goal with my makeup routine is just to make me look a little more colorful, a little bit more, less dull. That's my goal. Now we're gonna apply some of this liquid luminizer by Rare Beauty, and it's called Mesmerize. It's not a shade, and the highlight color Mesmerize. This is my favorite highlighter. I don't know what it is about it, but it matches my skin tone so perfectly. It just gives it this healthy glow, and I love it so much. And so what I do is I put it on my temples. That was a lot. This is why I love Rare Beauty, because their products are so pigmented. So definitely their products last a long time. I feel like I'm doing like a commercial for them. Rare Beauty, if you see this, I don't mind working with you. It would be an honor, and honestly it would be a dream. And then I go back in with the foundation brush and I just blend it all out, and I feel like I put too much on this side of my face, but it's okay. It's okay. And I just kind of just blend it up, and I'm just gonna move some of that product on the other side of my face. And I kind of just smile, and I kind of just place it in the same areas where I would put my blush, and I just keep doing this until I feel satisfied. Now I'm going in with the Milani Blush called Pero Primavera number 14. It's a baked powder blush, and my mom has been using this ever since I was little, and this is my holy grail. I love this shade, I love this color. And now Rare Beauty has powder blushes in which I want to try so badly. I want to try the Hope shade. I feel like it's similar to this color, but I just kind of go in and I just go in circles, and I keep blending until I feel satisfied, just like the highlighter. And you smile. I feel like I put too much on this cheek. It's okay, we keep blending and we hope for the best. I don't do anything with my brows, but when I had like this birthday gift from Sephora, I got gifted this Kosas eyebrow gel, like this clear eyebrow gel, and I never thought I would use any products on my eyebrows because I normally just leave it like this. But that product was life-changing, and I ran out, and Kosas is expensive here and there, but I feel like it's so worth it. But what I do now, since I'm kind of too lazy to go buy the product, and I've been without it for a couple of months now, but I just brush up my eyebrows, and it does stay like this, but with the Kosas, it just makes it stay like this for the rest of the day no matter what. And obviously I have to kind of like fix my eyebrow if it's not up, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, but I definitely recommend that Kosas Clear Brow Gel, and it doesn't leave any clear residue either, so that's a plus. But yeah, that's basically all I do for my face. I'm gonna take you guys to some natural lighting so you can kind of see the colors and the blush and the highlight and all of that. I put you guys against the window, but you can kind of tell it's really natural. But I don't know if you can see the highlighter, the blush, it's very light. You can still see my natural skin, but I love this type of look because it's just more easier, and I feel my skin feels so much better, and I just love this type of natural look. It's kind of the aesthetic that I'm going for, the clean girl aesthetic, and this is just my version. I changed because it got a little chilly, but I want to show you guys the first book that kind of started my book club. My friend and I randomly were at Barnes & Noble's, as we usually do, on our friend dates, and I just jumped the gun and I'm like, we should make a book club. And my friend was like, yes, it would be really fun if we made a book club. I'm the extra one. I'm the one that made the name and did all the logo stuff and kind of, you know, did everything. I'm kind of more in control of the book club, but my friends and I are part of this. We all read together. But this is the first book that we chose before we were innocent. I'm just gonna read you the back just because I want to be careful by not spoiling anything. But what caught our attention is a summer in Greece for 3 best friends ends in the unthinkable when only 2 return home. 2 best friends are accused of murder in this novel that feels like a true crime. Slices to the core of a fraught friendship on the brink of disaster. This book brought a lot of suspense. We could not put the book down. This was definitely a really fast read. It's a psychological thriller, suspense / friendship type of genre, and the author made it so good. As readers, we could have our own opinion about who did it, which friend did it, or which friend did not do it, and the author just took us on a roller coaster of hating each character one by one and then revealing the truth in the end. And to be honest, I will say, not to de-influence you reading the book, I definitely want to influence you to read the book. And you can look at our Instagram, chihiro.library, where I kind of post the picture of the title. I introduce the book to you guys, and then the second page is a mood board of images of what we thought the aesthetic of the book, and then we have genre page, rating, and all those extra information. On the last post, we kind of do like an overall review of what we thought about the book, and I'm gonna be really honest with you, the ending left my friend and I unfulfilled, and it was a little bit disappointing, but please just read it. Like, don't let that stop you from reading this book. Despite the ending, I might have interpreted it in a different way. I just want to hear your discussion in the comments on our Instagram. I want to hear your thoughts of what you thought about the ending, about the whole book as a whole. But the ending was something that I did not expect. I was expecting something more juicier. It kind of left us being like, that's it? That's it? But it's the perfect discussion book, the perfect suspense, and a very quick read as our first choice in our book club. The second book, in which I mentioned in the beginning of the video, is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. This is our second book of the month, and we're currently in the middle of reading it. Right now, like I said, we're on a pause. So I'm just kind of reading it on my own at the moment until they're able to have enough time to pick it back up. It's a much slower read than Before We Were Innocent. It's more of a life story. It's a more slower read. You're getting to know these characters. We're introduced with a 24-year-old British painter, Cleo, who escaped from England to New York, and it's still trying to navigate New York and finding her place and getting to know herself. And then before her student visa ends, she meets this guy named Frank, who's 20 years older than her, and they spontaneously get married. And so we kind of get an insight about their spontaneous marriage, how it works out, and how the people around both of them react to this marriage, and also how they kind of match each other in such a very funny way. They're just so spontaneous that it's not that deep in their relationship. So if you're into that type of cheeseman, that type of gossip of getting to know these very dramatized characters with, you know, heavy and interesting backgrounds, I definitely recommend Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Like I said, I can't really say or talk much besides what I just read, and I just don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So I hope that's kind of, you know, like a gist of what you kind of expect out of this book. The chapters are really long. Like mega long, and with Before We Were Innocent, the chapters were like 4 or 5 pages, but it was very fast paced. It's a very drastic change on the reading pace, but join us, read this book with us, and I'm so excited to hear your thoughts. If you have read the book, or if you haven't read the book and you've been dying to know what it's about or dying to read it, this is your sign to read it. Come read it with us at chihiro.library. Another book that I recommend that is more of an essay a day type of book is this 101 essay that will change the way you think. There's 101, so I kind of been doing one every day or one every night. I feel like the first essay clocked me. It was a message from the universe, and I really needed to hear those words, but I find this very motivating. I'm also into self-help books, so if you're into self-help and you don't want to read a long chapter book and you just have time to read excerpts, this is the perfect book for you. It's Next Year in Havana. Now, I haven't read this one, but Amanda Diaz has a book club called Novel Society that she launched in April, and which is so exciting, and I'm so proud of her. I'm a huge fan of hers. I admire her so much. She is, the way I describe my admiration for her is that she is who I want to be when I grow up. She's absolutely amazing. This is her first book choice for her book club. I love looking at other book clubs and seeing what they're reading, so it kind of helps me gauge on what type of selection of books that I want for my book club. I know that my book club is named after Spirited Away's character, the main character, Chihiro, but that's just because I really relate to Chihiro a lot. I admired her, the way she conquered fear, and I feel like I'm in that phase of my life where I'm trying to not let fear hinder me, and I feel like I'm low-key letting fear hinder me. So I kind of wanted to name or incorporate Chihiro's name into the book club because I feel like knowledge is definitely a gateway to freedom. And with more knowledge and educating ourselves in the right way, and it makes us less fearful. So I'm excited to read this once I finish my other selection of books. The next book is a book that I love dearly with my whole heart, as you probably tell. It is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. My best friend recommended this book to me years ago. years ago. She went through a phase, just Dan Brown, and I was like, ugh, whatever, like I held it back until one day we went to Savers together and I thrifted this book and in mint condition, in perfect condition, and it was about like $3. Steal. I became obsessed. I read this book within 2 days. I did not put it down and I could not put it down. I love Dan Brown. I read the second, oh sorry. So this is the second book. So the order is supposed to be Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, and etc. The rest of the books. I'm on the third book, The Lost Symbol. I kind of read it backwards. It didn't really affect the way I understood the story because it follows this main character called Robert Langdon, and he is this professor. He's a symbologist. It's really cool seeing how Langdon's knowledge of being a symbologist helps decode all these murder mysteries of these mind what's the word, mind masters of serial killers, basically. Kind of using Da Vinci's work and all these beautiful artwork from the Louvre and all these painters, etc., and using religion and Vatican, you know, all of these lores that's out there regarding Europe and all these painters. It's really cool seeing it all unfold. And what makes this connection for me even stronger is that I did a tour all over Europe. So I've been to France, I've been to the Louvre, I went to Italy, and so when I'm reading the book, I'm taken back to those locations and I feel like I'm there. Like, it honestly brings me back, and I fell in love with all the countries in Europe. So it's definitely nostalgic for me, but also suspenseful. It's really interesting, and I really recommend all of the Dan Brown series. One of my favorite movies that made me cry and just made me fall in love with, I mean, the whole lore of all the characters is Crazy Rich Asians. I fell in love with the first book, and so I got this as a gift, if I remember correctly, or I bought it myself, I don't remember. But the first book is gold. I wrote a full essay on the first one when I was in high school, and then I read China Rich Girlfriend and Rich People Problems. It's been years. It's been 4 years since I was in high school, and so it's been a while. I definitely need to reread a lot of the books that I have in my library, but I fell in love with the movie and I fell in love with the book. There's a lot of drastic differences, but I enjoyed how they flipped it and developed it into a movie. There is some things I wish they added into the movie, and some things where I feel like the book is always better, but it's really interesting to see how they kind of brought the movie into life and how different the screenplay is. So I definitely recommend the trilogy of Kevin Kwan. Next book, I read this years ago as well when I was in high school. As you can tell, I loved it. Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. Oh my goodness, I think the only way I can describe this is the Korean version of 100 Years of Solitude. We're talking about 4 generations of a Korean family, starting off before South Korea and North Korea were split and the involvement of Japan. We're talking about very important moments in history. It's one of the most emotional, gut-wrenching, shocking stories I have ever read. And it kind of gets confusing sometimes because the offsprings are named after the dad and this and that, but there's a lot of, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. We start off the story with Sunja in the 1900s, and she's the daughter of a very adored crippled fisherman, and she falls in love with a wealthy stranger who gets her pregnant. And keep in mind, they have a very big age gap, so she was a teenager, and so she kind of tries to navigate being young, pregnant, and unmarried. The story starting out with Sunja and this wealthy man is very important because it affects lines of generation in a weird, funny way. It's kind of cool how the story on kind of reveals itself. But I will say, to kind of influence you to go pick up this book, Pachinko, the wealthy man is probably, maybe, I'm not sure. He's maybe Yakuza, maybe involved in, whatever. He loves her, but he has like a secret marriage with somebody else, you know, and yeah, he just watches her from a distance, which is, you know, as somebody who's a womanizer, kind of, you know, for him to love her that much, to kind of watch her from a distance, shows that she was one of a kind love for him. I don't know about you, but I found that plot very juicy, and so hopefully I influenced you to buy this book. But the last thing I do want to show you is my matcha Kindle. This is the newest generation. I am also reading The Housemaid. I'm on the second book, and I feel like this is a really fast read, and I definitely recommend. The first book is being developed into a movie, in which I'm like always googling to kind of see the updates of the cast, and which is insane. I hope it's as good as the book, but I'm really happy. I really love my Kindle. I like the physical book. I wasn't really sure if I would ever like the Kindle, but I'm in love with this thing. I finished books so quickly with the Kindle. Definitely recommend waiting for Black Friday sales and like events like that, because there's really good deals for the basic Kindles. This is the basic one in the color matcha. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my spiel. I feel like it was all over the place, but it's kind of, you know, a FaceTime with some friends, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I did my best describing the books. It's honestly, I could sometimes get frustrated with the way I speak. Not because my first language is Spanish, it's just that I get so excited and I feel like sometimes I don't pronounce my words completely and fully. But yeah, subscribe, comment down below your favorite book, comment down below any suggestions of what you would like to see in this channel. I feel like I don't really have a theme going on besides chatting and I guess FaceTime type of content. So let me know down below, but I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next week.